So if this thing wants to keep rotating down, we are now going to wait for the bottom of the range. We get down to the bottom, I could care less about this trade anymore. It would never activated. I now want to play the bottom of the range. So, and this is where battle plan 4 comes in. If you want to short this, the strong range is where you would short it, and anywhere above that is the out. So if you're interested in battle plan 4 to get short, and seems like the right trade to do here, you short the bottom of the range or you can short the top of the range. This range is what's most important here, in my opinion. And if we get down here, we'll talk about what we'd look for down here. At this point, if you're in battle plan 4 short here, your goal is to get down to here. If you took that battle plan 4 short, we said have your stop just a little bit in the negative position. And the target is the bottom of the range. They lose it, which it looks like they're going to do. We should come here. My eyeballs are now at the bottom of the range and this 1.5 hour vertical line. How many strong levels have we traversed? 1, 2, 3. This would be 4. This would be number 5. That would make a lot of sense. No knife catching, and I wouldn't be doing first ladder longs. The goal is to hit the bottom of the range. Thank you, Jackie. So now we're entering into the green zone, and we've traversed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strong levels. We're almost at the 1.5 hour mark. Another 30 minutes or so, but we're making it down here to the green area. There we go, coming towards the bottom of the range at our expected target. Very nice. No knife catching, no first ladder longs. We at least want to reach the bottom of the range. So if you're able to get into that short and hold for multiple taps, to me, you're definitely entering TP area. I would put my stop above the strong level and let it go. So congratulations if you took that and held, but it made it to target. And if it continues going, it's just bonus. We've traversed 5 strong levels. We made it from the top of the range to the bottom of the range. Now you just protect your profit. I'd put it somewhere above the strong level and see if it wants to keep going. What do I know? This could be who knows? We could hit circuit breakers today to the south. I just know I'm not knife catching and I'm not doing a first ladder long. So we'd look for the reclaim of this strong or the reclaim of this strong range. All right, so I'm working on the review portion of the battle plan for tonight. As I just said in that recording from Zoom, we were looking for it to get up over this strong level where you could look to get long, up over this strong level to get long. And what a beautiful trade. And this is what we do every day, live on Zoom. If you'd like to check us out at microstrader.com. Now let's talk about each battle plan individually. Well, we mapped out several battle plan trades, and I want to talk about why 2 of them were not entries and 1 of them was an entry, and have that discussion because it's educational for people who subscribe to the battle plan but aren't actually on Zoom. So last night we got this beautiful move down here on the earnings candle is what I call it, and a move right back to yesterday's opening. So this is level here is where I was wanting to take a long for battle plan number 5 here. I was looking for us to dip down under, reclaim back on top, and go long. So at this point, you would consider battle plan 5 already tested because it came down here and bounced off the level that we're interested in trading. It had a big move in and of itself there. How big of a move was that? 40-something points. So could we consider that this stole a lot of the bounce power from battle plan 5? You betcha. Let's drop down into a 1-minute time frame. So one of the things we talked about here is because I believe it stole that bounce power, when it came down and got back above, I said, all right, if you wanted to take that, you could, but realize that it's already has stolen much of the bounce power. I'm not taking any first ladder longs at this point in the price action. I want price to come in and defend and show me a laddering sequence. Your out needs to be 2 points below this low. So it came in, and believe it or not, that's a 5-point bounce. So at 5-point bounces, there should be 0 losses even if you took it. But the main thing I want to point out is know where you're wrong. And the second thing is that it already took the bounce power here from this trade. Now, I was still watching to see if this is an area that we could get long, but I was requiring a second ladder mainly because of this, coupled with the fact we already took the all-time high. So the battle plan trades earlier in the week were all about being long to the all-time high, and now longs need to be very cautious, but that's where I was looking for battle plan 5. And then, as I said in the AM briefing, one of the trades I've been looking for all week before we took the all-time high was battle plan 3. I said, okay, I drew out a green box. I already deleted it. We were looking for a green box to come into here, reclaim this strong range. So I said, I want a price to get to the top, come to the bottom, get back up over the top, and right here would represent this long, in my opinion. That trade never activated. And it was also in line, coupled with battle plan number 4 here. And I said in the battle plan, this is a tricky area. I said this twice for battle plan 3 and battle plan 4. This strong range is where things get dicey. This is the top of the range we broke out of last week. If we rotate back south, target the opposite end of range. So if you've been following for any amount of time, you know about this range from earlier in the week that we broke out of. And so the purpose of battle plan 4 is if we get back into the range to short, use the strong range to help with your entry. We talked about in the group that if you take the short here, your out has to be up here. That's where the trade is invalidated. You had to survive 2 or 3 taps here, but it eventually rotated back down and made it to target for the perfect TP. And then, just to continue the discussion, what did we do? We made it down here to the 2026 opening price, my bull bear line. We got back up into range where now we're looking for longs.